Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's Training Industry Learning Tech Showcase Learning Management Systems sponsored by Adobe, DigitalChalk, ELB Learning, Experience One, and Litmos. So I'm Liz Spade, the Events Marketing Specialist here at Training Industry, and I'm thrilled to have you with us here today. Before we get started, though, I would like to quickly go over a few housekeeping items to help you interact with our speakers and get the most out of today's program. So as mentioned in the chat, there was a winter storm that affected a good chunk of the United States. So we do have some speaker cancellation and some things that we are still working through. However, the event is still going on. So please keep an eye out for any emails from Zoom or myself or even the Zoom lobby to kind of see those updates. But we still should have about 4 out of the 5 sessions, which is great news there. But on a happier note, let's get the party started. So let's open up those chat windows and let us know where you're joining us from today. You can use this chat for any questions as well as comments. And we do have Tim here from the DigitalChalk team who is here to help throughout the session. So keep those questions and comments blowing throughout. We want to make this a very interactive session. And once this session ends, you should receive a brief survey that will appear in your browser. Please take a moment to share your feedback on the session and the speakers. And all of our sessions are being recorded and archived on trainingindustry.com, and you will receive a follow-up email from us that will include a link to the on-demand program for you to share with your team. Now, if this is your first Training Industry event, we would love to welcome you. We exist to make connections among learning and development professionals, and we offer tons of resources to support your role in L&D, like live events like today's showcase, as well as through articles on our website, our magazine, conferences, research reports, our podcast. And we would also love to hear about what you've learned from today's session on social media. So please follow us on your favorite platform so we can continue the conversation. And without further ado, it's my pleasure to introduce you to our first speakers of the day. We have Ann Torrey, the Managing Director of Marketing at DigitalChalk, and then we have Troy Tolley, Co-founder and Chief Technology at DigitalChalk. So with that, take it away, guys.
All right, very good. Thanks, Liz. We're so thrilled to be here today. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and we will get going. Um, Welcome everyone. We're really glad that you joined us today. I know that there's a lot of weather challenges out there, and so we hope you'll just sit back and enjoy. Today we want to talk about learning. And just do a quick state of the industry. So if you're still navigating training without an LMS or possibly struggling with one that doesn't quite meet your needs, we want you to know that you're not alone. Many training leaders are facing the same challenges. And so our industry research reveals that nearly half of the workers in the US companies will find their core skills outdated in just the next 2 to 3 years. Only about 33% of employees actually feel equipped to use the tools and have the skills that they need for the jobs that they are doing. And just over 10% of L&D leaders believe that employees have the skills that they need for future roles. There's a big opportunity for improvement with training systems. And so it's not surprising that you or other leaders that you know may often feel frustrated or uncertain about their ability to prepare employees for what's next. But what we want you to know is that it doesn't have to be this way. There are, flexible tools out there if you've got the right strategy, and you can train and empower your workforce and your customers to thrive in a rapidly changing world. In the next couple slides, we're going to talk a little bit more about what thriving looks like for DigitalChalk customers. So our top ICPs are training leaders who manage training programs for companies that need to stay compliant, grow efficiently, and also deliver a great learning experience. They're typically in the construction industry, in manufacturing, possibly offering continuing education, healthcare, really specifically with healthcare, more like your smaller healthcare organizations like skilled care facilities or nursing homes, and then also training businesses. So you can see that we attract a really diverse group of companies and excel in providing training for both internal and external learning audiences. So the training leaders that we work with are responsible for a variety of training programs, but on a whole, they really face similar challenges, including outdated manual processes that waste time and risk non-compliance. They have difficulty scaling training without overwhelming their small teams. And increasing pressure to offer flexible, accessible learning, whether it's for employees, customers, or maybe even partners. So DigitalChalk stands out in the industry and is known for the fact that our LMS makes it easy for lean training teams to launch, manage, and scale. We also support, as I mentioned, internal employee training and external customer training with one platform that was designed by Troy. He's going to be here to tell us more about that. Automate compliance tracking and certification and reporting. We also deliver a really unique video content creation capabilities. Troy's going to demo that. And integrated content bundles. And sometimes those integrated content bundles can really help you get started really quickly and make content updates quickly as well. And then last but not least, I always have to talk about that our LMS comes with unlimited US-based world-class customer support. So what that means is that our clients get launched faster, grow smarter, and avoid common roadblocks. So all of these areas combined really help our customers scale quickly and realize positive ROI faster. So these are just a few of the really great customers that we work with. We're so proud to have these companies as customers and support them on their learning journey. And as far as the success that they're seeing, we see and hear from them that they're saving 20 to 50% of the time that they previously spent on managing and delivering training after they implement our LMS. They've replaced classroom-based learning with online learning, saving 42% of their previous in-person training costs. And even more importantly, their learners, on average, are 92% more engaged when they're delivering and accessing online training. So it's a really exciting time to be delivering online training and designing online training as well. So, training is consistently evolving. These are some of the use cases that we see from our customers. On the employee training side, we can help you onboard employees faster, build skills, and stay compliant without adding extra administrative work. And for customer training, DigitalChalk makes it really easy to engage your continuing education learners, manage compliance, and monetize programs securely. So you see that we have both sides of the training spectrum there. And then we also do have some customers that are using the LMS for both internal and external training. So what we're going to focus on today is a few things that I've got noted here on the slide. We won't be able to show you the entire LMS, but we've got some big focuses on AI forward learning, our connected e-commerce. Troy's going to show you our in-app video course creation. We also have no code integrations and really flexible course elements and certifications. So with that, I'm going to stop sharing and let Troy get on into the LMS.
Okay, great. Thanks, Ann and Liz. Yes, the ice and snow were very real here yesterday. And one more chapter of that story. I was sitting in my house yesterday without power, watching the ice pile up, and our team was scrambling behind the scenes, trying to make sure that this could still happen. So after a little while this morning, I decided to try the survival exercise and get into the office, and was able to do that. So happy to be here with you. I want to show you a little bit of the platform. Like Ann said, I'm not going to be able to show you everything of the platform, but try to give you the highlights of what DigitalChalk is all about. So I'm going to log in first as a student here. So as a learner, you're dropped into a dashboard. Everything is customizable on this screen. So you can add your own bulletins and headers, imagery. You can see that there are live events that you can schedule with your learners. You see that up top here. Those are events. They can view those on their calendars. And then finally down here, you see the courses that I have been registered for. Now, I can be registered for these courses automatically based upon my role within the organization, or my manager can register them for me on the platform. And we also offer a catalog feature where I, as a learner, can go in and browse the courses that I want to go take to upskill my own self, maybe to grow within the organization. So let's go ahead and click in one of these courses. I'll click into this OSHA 10 course here. So when you click into the course, you can configure the course in however you want. We have what we call elements that make up our courses. And you'll see here, these are the elements that make up this particular course. And there's a variety of elements that I'll show you that you can create within your platform. Up top also, you have discussions that are involved within courses. This is something you can choose to enable. This is much like using Teams or Slack right within the DigitalChalk platform. You can paste articles and videos, chat with other learners that are going through the same course along with you. Let's go ahead and click into one of the elements of the course. This is what we call the chalkboard. So this is a video element within the course. And we allow you to configure this as a learner however you want to see it. So there's slides on the right, video here on the left with different chapters. But if you want to view this in different formats, you can actually do that as a learner. You can flip this around, figure out how do you want to see this particular course. Go ahead and click on play for a minute here to show you this course. But as the video plays, the slides will automatically change here on the right based upon the synchronization that you have chosen. And then at certain parts of the course, you can ask questions to your learners. These are what we call checkpoints. Checkpoints can have a time duration they show on the screen, and when they expire, you can have different consequences that happen. So we can go ahead and answer that question here and continue throughout the course. It gives us feedback. Now, if I were to get this wrong, I can also have it back up in this course or in this video exactly where that question might be answered to reinforce that learning. And when the student learns that information, they're going to get that checkpoint again, and they can tell you whether they got the information kind of locked into their brain. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward this to the end. You can prevent fast forwarding for your learners so that they can't continue the course without watching the whole thing. Now, video is kind of where DigitalChalk started. So in 2006, we built an online video player showcasing just learning online, kind of when that was a new thing. And last year alone, we delivered over 800,000 hours of audio and video within courses. And kind of to wrap your mind around that, that's 91 years worth of video delivered to learners just in 1 year. This is another video course. You can see just a different layout and a different format that we can show. And then I want to jump down into file delivery. Now, there's multiple ways to deliver files within courses. One is right within the course, as here's a PDF. So this PDF can be viewed right within the course. And the good thing about delivering this right within your course taking is you can actually order when they arrive into this file. And then you can time how long they take reading this file, what pieces of the file they got to read. So we can track all of this information as they're perusing this file. Once they've clicked on that file, we know that that file has been taken. But another way to deliver files is what we call with our document repository. And that's over here to the right-hand side. You can actually create collections of documents that you want to be delivered within a course. And these many times are just reference materials that need to be delivered to your learners. And they can download all of these different files at any time within that course. These are tracked. So we do track and audit all the delivery that the student downloads. So you will know out of the 20 files that are listed here, which ones they've downloaded within the course. The next element here that I'll show is called an assignment. Assignments are really good for offline learning. So you can go give your learners a task to do outside the online environment, and then they can come in and write a small narrative about the assignment that you asked them to do. They can also upload videos, they can upload audio files, PowerPoint presentations, Excel files. So many of our organizations use this to say, hey, show me how to do this medical procedure, or show me that you know this safety procedure. They upload that within a video, and that can be graded by the administrator of the system. Final thing that I'll show you in this course is our testing. DigitalChalk has built-in testing facility and survey facilities within it. We have identity verification so that you can make sure that you know who is actually taking the course. This is an example of kind of a drag and drop ordering question. We have multiple choice. And then we also have matrix style questions, and these can be, single select or multi-select. These get very complex and allow you a lot of flexibility, especially in the survey tool. So that is the testing facility within DigitalChalk, where you can actually build your own tests. And I want to show you how to do this now from the administrator standpoint. Oh, before I do that, let me show you. So the whole point of giving you access to these courses is so you can be certified, or you can prove that you've actually taken this, especially from the construction industry or anything that involves some sort of certification. We do have a transcript where you can see all the courses that you have taken and the achievements that you have received. So here's the certificate of completion. I can choose then to go view that certificate of completion. And actually, I can share this page. So why would I want to do this? This actually proves that I've taken this and I've been certified in this. If I copy this QR code, I can give it out. I can put it on a hard hat. And this can certify that that I've taken the slips, trips, and falls or whatever course. I can also automatically add this to my Google or Apple wallet. So if I'm walking around on the shop floor, I can open it on my phone. I show that pass. It's been authenticated to me right on my phone. So now I'm going to jump into the administrator side. On this administrator side, first of all, I'm going to show you our course creation tool. So just to give you a little bit of look at what's in the background of what you just saw. So this is the OSHA course that you just saw, but you can also see that we're able to do this in Spanish as well. So within DigitalChalk, you can produce multilingual courses. Those courses can be published and assigned to people based upon their profile information. So if in my profile I say that I only speak Spanish, then I would be assigned that Spanish course. If I'm an English speaker, I can be registered into this course. Here's the elements of that course. Let's dive into the authoring toolkit for that. So here is where I want to show you a little bit about the AI that we have embedded. So when you upload a video into DigitalChalk, so right now this is the video that was the training of this course. I'm going to go ahead and erase this description. And this is kind of the speed up mentality. We're trying to give you that speed to create courses a lot faster. So based upon the content of that video, I can click on the AI features within DigitalChalk. It will look at the content that is a part of this element, and it's going to help me generate this description. So it's going to go off, interrogate the video, interrogate that content, and then based upon that content, you'll see here, it generates a description of what is being taught within that video. Same time, I can edit the captions of this video in line. This is another one of our AI features where once that video is uploaded, it can be automatically transcribed. And that transcription gives us these captions, and the captions then can be translated in multi-languages. This is the checkpoints that you saw. I can do true, false, text choices, statements. Those checkpoints can appear all throughout that video. And then finally, here's our slides. So these slides are the ones that can be synchronized. We have a complete authoring tool behind these slides. So you can come in here, create all sorts of content right on that slide yourself. I can add images from other sites, like Unsplash is one of our partners that we can integrate with. So let's look at construction images. So we try to give you the tools to make this very easy to build all of your content right within our platform. Let's go back into this course. Here's our testing facility. So just a little bit about our tests. You'll see another AI feature here that we're leaning really heavily into AI, and you're going to see this pervasive throughout DigitalChalk, especially in this coming year. More and more features will be added like this. But we give you the ability to import your test questions right here within the platform, and we don't require it to be in a special format. If you've got a Word document, Excel document, PDF, however you've actually generated your test questions, you upload that right into the platform. We'll look at that PDF or document, we'll interrogate what that question is, what the stem is, what are the distractors, what is the right answer. We'll create the questions for you right within our platform. And those can be, multiple choice and true, false, all different types of questions that can be generated. And I do believe that this is one of those tests that was generated from a document. We have multiple different test question types, picture choices, drop down, short text and long text, and these can be, these use AI in the background to determine if their short text matches certain characteristics that you're looking for. We have fill in the blanks, agreements, and then here's that matrix question that you can build right within the platform. So once you've created all of your course elements, you publish that course element, and then you can publish the course. This makes it available to any learner within the platform based upon the rules that you specify. Then, once you do that, you can create custom catalogs. I wanted to bring up a custom catalog for you to see here. This is a catalog that's built with courses that you've chosen to group together. And you can create as many custom catalogs as you would like, and you can publish those within the platform, share the URLs to different people within your organization. So if you have departmental specific training or a partner that you want to deliver courses to that partner, you want to train them on a particular piece of equipment that you sell, you can create a catalog just for that partner, publish it out there, and then they will only see the courses that you've made available within that public catalog. Some of the other quick features and highlights that I'll go through, obviously, we have badges and gaming within DigitalChalk that you can build open badge specification badges that can be credentialed and verified back through the DigitalChalk platform. Spaces and events allow you to organize all of the physical spaces within your organization and then schedule those places for different trainings. Here's the example of the events within DigitalChalk. Events could be recurring, and then you can allow registration into those recurring events by learners throughout your organization. They can be assigned to those different spaces. From an e-commerce perspective, we have a full discounting system, so you can discount your courses if you have them for sale. So if you want to sell courses to partners, or you want to train and sell certification online, you can do that with DigitalChalk in multiple currencies, but also offer discounts based upon profiles or past purchase history. Let's dive in a little bit into the reporting very quickly. So within DigitalChalk, we provide dashboards that give you a really high-level view of all the data that you need to look at as a learner or as an administrator. That can be segmented by the different courses. So if we look at the different activities that are going on, so you can see here that there's 13 unique active users right now within the system, average about 5.2 logins, and they're in the system for about 10 minutes while they're learning. So we give you access to all the statistics that you need to make sure that your learning is engaging, that it's accomplishing what you need it to accomplish within your organization and the time that they need to complete it in. So here you can see, hey, how long is it taking my learners to complete the courses that I'm putting out? Finally, high-level graphs of, my active users per month, the logins per active user, the offerings completion, and the session length by month. So all of this is at your fingertips. If you need to have more detailed reporting, we offer a full suite of reports throughout the system, logins, registrations, completions, but then you can also use our rules engine to build very complex reports. So if I need to look at new registrations, I can add all sorts of conditions based upon who the learner is, where they live, what department they're in, what team they're in. Those reports can then be automated and sent to the managers based upon all of this information. So with that, I believe that I will turn it back over to Ann and see if there are any questions that I can answer.
Oh my goodness, we've been busy with questions, Troy.
Okay.
It's been amazing. So Tim's been hopping all over the place. So one of the questions that has come in, I'll go ahead and read it from the Q&A. It's from Charlene. She said, as an integrated system for both CPD and LearnShip learners, can a logbook be added to the can a logbook be added that can be administered by an external mentor for a specific learner?
Boy, I am not sure that I completely understand. If I want to defer to Tim on this. Tim, is this a checklist type feature request? You're more familiar with that area than I am.
So I know he's typing the answer. I don't know if we could also try to get him to come off mute. There we go. Hey, Tim.
Yes, I believe, Troy, that question is more related to a grade book and having the ability to do tracking your attendance and tracking your logbook, like for a live meeting as opposed to your online meetings.
Yes, absolutely. So all that is available. So in our gradebook functionality. So if we look at, let me go into this course here. You can see all the different people that have been registered. And then, so you'll see here, this is me and my progressing activity. So we track everything down to the second. So you can see exactly what was happening within that course by looking at the details of that course. So you can see I spent 1 minute and 28 seconds in this. You can see I really didn't finish the test, so it hasn't been graded yet. But all of this detail can be looked at by team, by group, by specific user field that we associate with the actual learner within the course.
Great. Troy, another question that came in is there a limit to the number of students who can participate in a course at the same time?
No, that's completely up to you. We have organizations that are teaching 80,000 people. So you register as many people as you need into those courses to train them. But, I do suggest, segmenting users by type. It gives you a little bit more visibility into the types of people and the types of learners and the interactions that they're having.
Great, thank you. Another question came in, and I think this is a really good one to ask you. It's specific, but I think the way you can answer it can be specific and general. It's, does DigitalChalk integrate with a Coda or Okta without a custom API? Oh, you know what that is. There you go.
Yeah, absolutely. So DigitalChalk supports multiple sign-on mechanisms. So number one is our normal form authentication, which you saw We do support OAuth and OpenID specifications, as well as a SAML2 authentication mechanism, which is what Okta provides. So Okta provides a lot of those out of the box. Most of the time when we're integrating with Okta, it comes out of the box with SAML2. And so you hook that right up within DigitalChalk. You can log all your users in that way.
Awesome. Thank you. So I know that Tim is actually typing the answer to this question, but I'd love to just ask Troy, have you answer it. Does DigitalChalk integrate, or sorry, can you support us in the UK?
Oh, absolutely. So DigitalChalk has multiple certifications. One is SOC 2, Type 2, ISO 27001, but we also are GDPR compliant. And we have our own infrastructure set up in the EU. So we have completely isolated systems that live within the EU boundaries, both in Germany and Ireland. So if you need a dedicated cloud system right within the EU, we can support that as well.
Awesome. Very good. Tim, were there any other questions that we didn't get answered?
The only one, Troy, that I didn't know off the top of my head, if we can integrate with Sage as a financial backend. I'm not familiar with Sage myself.
I'm not either. We do integrate with thousands of products and platforms through our API, but it's also we have custom connectors as well as pre-written connectors that you can just mix and match. So I can certainly look if Sage is supported by by our integrations, but most likely if it has an API, it is.
And the next one is, can we integrate with Power BI?
Yeah, so we have customers right now that are using, Power BI. They're utilizing our API, pulling that data right in, either through our custom reporting mechanism or through the API and populating Power BI.
Well, with that, everybody, we are out of time for this session. So is there anything else you would like to leave with the audience today before we take our first break?
I just appreciate the time.
Absolutely. Thanks everybody for hopping on. And I would just invite you to check us out at our website. And we're so excited that we were featured on CNBC in December as well. So check out that video. We went on site to a client in Houston, and it's all manufacturing environment. And it actually shows the badging on the helmets and everything. So check it out. And thanks for joining us today.
Yes, that's super exciting. So yeah. For everyone else, though, we will be taking up a 15-minute break. And up next, we have Yelena Shula. So we do have a different speaker for our next session, just a fair warning, sponsored by Litmos. And the session is From Onboarding to Impact, Using Engagement to Drive Outcomes. So in just a moment, I'm going to end this session. You can join our next session by returning to that event lobby and going to the session tab. After this, you should receive an email from us. We did get some finalized changes. So we no longer have the Adobe session. However, our 5th session is moving up, so you should see that update in your Zoom as well. And I hope you all stick around for our next session that will begin at the top of the hour. If you have any questions, let me know. But otherwise, I will see you all soon. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.